Hello and welcome. In the next video, he'll be using a pre-trained YOLO model for object detection. And the big problem with our project is that it works fine when you're just using YOLO_video, but you can't actually directly use the API, for example, to use the detection on the image directly. And we will do a couple of things here in this video so you can actually directly and easily use the detection mechanism. So the first thing that we need to do is that we need to go to the source folder for this section, and we've already set up our keras-YOLO free folder. This is our repository that we've cloned or downloaded from GitHub. And there are two files that we want to copy into this folder. And the first one is YOLO_simple, and this is a very tiny wrapper over the keras-YOLO free API that will allow us to easily use the detection mechanism that we can find inside this project. So the problem of this project is that it has a lot of functionality, but it seems that it doesn't have easy to use API. So YOLO_simple is kind of a tiny wrapper that allows us to use the API really easily. And YOLO_detect is simply a very short script that using this YOLO_simple API. So let's do that. Let's copy both YOLO_simple and YOLO_detect into keras-YOLO free. And let's now go to this folder and run our YOLO_detect script. YOLO_detect. And as you remember, we in a data folder inside our source folder for this section we have one.docs.jpg, and this is just one, the one image that we are using pretty much throughout this section. So this will show us the all those doggies that were detected inside this image, and this script uses this simple version of API that will allows us to actually work with individual detection and allows us to print them. And in YOLO_video we also have like the image with those detection drawn on the image, and we won't get into that because we want to in this case I want to show you how we can actually get the information about detections. So it takes a little bit of time, and in a moment we'll see the results. And keep in mind that we assume here that we've correctly set up our project, our keras-YOLO free project. And also one of the things that we have to keep in mind is also that you don't have to do anything apart from the quick start. Once you've done it, you can use those scripts. Okay, so this is our results. We found 7 boxes for an image, and we have a list of classes, and then the probability that this particular object belongs to this class, and bounding boxes or the actual locations of those objects. So let's have a look at YOLO_detect and see how it actually works. And I wanted to make sure that this tiny wrapper is as simple to use as possible. Yeah. So we started with just importing YOLO_simple object from YOLO_simple. So we've copied this wrapper into our project folder, and now it's available. So the first step is to create this big object. This is where everything happens. So you can have a look at this object if you're interested of configuring or changing some configuration parameters, but I highly encourage you to check out the actual original YOLO paper before you do that. Then you will be able to actually tell what kind of parameters means, what they actually mean exactly. But right now we're just using the defaults just to show you how you can use YOLO in your own scripts. So this is our main entry point, YOLO_simple. And after that we need to run prepare image on this new object, and as the first argument this is the name of the file, the image that we are interested in. Here we are just reading it from the first argument of our script. And once we've got the img output, and this is actually 2 images. The first one is the actual array, NumPy array converted for us that we'll be using for detection, but we also have to actually return the image object because it's actually used in later on as well. So the next step after we've prepared this image, we have to run another method called detect. and we have to pass those two images or an array, image array and image into detect. And detect will do all the work for us, pretty much just looking for those objects and classes, and it will return boxes which are bounding boxes for each object, then scores for each object, and then classes for each object as well, detected object. Then the last step is to pretty much just print those results using print underscore detected, and we just pass on boxes, scores and classes, and you can have a look at those boxes, scores and classes to see exactly how they look like, and maybe you want to format them in some other way. But print detected, you can start there if you want to see how to use those boxes, scores and classes. And we'll end up with just closing the session. We have to clean up all of the memory that we've allocated for this task, so you have to make sure that you are running close underscore session method at the end of detection. So there are a couple of things that you can change here. Remember, our entry point is always this YOLO simple object. This is where you'll find all the details, but then again you have to read the original YOLO paper to actually understand what's going on there. So this is how this simple API looks like. This is how you can use pre-trained YOLO object for your own purposes really quickly. I hope that this video was useful. In the next video we'll summarize this section and also discuss what you can do next to actually learn more about YOLO. So until then, take care and I'll see you in the next video.